Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing an 8.5 by 11 layout. This is using the scrap room kit for the month of November. I'm using the Paige Evans by Pinkfresh Legendary Kit. And this photo is of my son's first cell phone when he was in 7th grade. Not my youngest son, my oldest son. So this was 2008, I believe. And I have a few embellishments that come with the flavors of the month kit. I'm going to pull them out of the baggie and show you each of the embellishments that I received. Everybody receives a different set of embellishments, and they are a mix of ephemera pieces and chipboard. So these ones here are all ephemera pieces, and I'm going to use a few of them, not too many. I don't go very heavy on the embellishments. I do use the silver one as my title, and that title reads, what does it read? It has the layout out. I am so sorry. It reads another page in the story. And then I have three papers here that are from the Legendary kit. And I'm going to use the cell phone paper. I'm not going to use the arrows or the paper that I showed before that, the red background one. I have two pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to use one of those pieces to map my photo. I don't believe I use it for anything else. I ended up going kind of simple with the layout. It was just a little too busy for me as far as the pattern papers. So usually when I use Paige Evans or Pinkfresh, I tend to go a little bit more on the simple side. These are the paper add-ons, so you get two additional 12 by 12 sheets, and I am going to use the cream colored one as my background. This here is Shots of Life, and I have the what is a 6 by 8 pad, and I'm going to use one of those papers, the black one. I believe it's the last one I'm going to show, and I'm going to use that as my photo mat, or as a large photo mat. And then I will use a few of the enamel dots. Actually, I think it was the first paper I showed. Either way, I'm going to use the black, like leaf looking paper. And then I also showed a sheet of embellishments that was from the embellishment add-ons. And you get one half of the sticker package. So I received that half. I will use one or two of the stickers also. But again, I don't go really heavy with the embellishing. Sorry, had to replace my ATG there. Needed to cut that part out. So I'm using the grid background to kind of guide where I'm going to place everything down. And like I said, I just wanted that pop of black. I thought that helped pop his cell phone. And then when he received his cell phone, internet was not really a thing on cell phones. You could access it, but it was an extra cost, and you also had to have like the plan for it. So he didn't have internet, and he didn't have apps that were like chatty apps. So it kind of sort of doesn't really go with the era, but at the same time, it's still a cell phone. So I really liked the different colors of these cell phones, and I decided it was good enough to go ahead and scrap this photo, since I still had it sitting in my photos to be scrapbooked for him, and I couldn't decide how I was going to scrapbook it. So when I saw this cell phone paper, I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to scrapbook that photo. And it kind of looks like his phone, even though his phone was actually one of the slider phones. So if you slid it up, you had a full keyboard to type in, your messages, your text messages, and your emails, because that was something that was available on this particular phone. And so I'm just playing with those little cell phones. I wanted to use a variety of colors, but I also wanted the words to kind of sort of make sense. I didn't care if like they didn't all make complete sense, but I definitely didn't want it to say I don't know, just random things, I guess. I guess it does kind of say random things, but at the same time, I wanted it to kind of sort of make sense. The can't stop one, I keep moving because it needs to be a little bit lower down. And I ended up tearing the paper as I pulled it up, but it's okay. I was able to cover it back up. I'm going to pop the photo in the cell phone that is red. Over here, it's already attached to the photo. I'm going to pop it up also. And that was just to add just a little bit of something to the layout because it looked a little flat. So popping it up just added a little bit extra. So I went ahead and popped that up. And sorry, I should have cut that out, but I'm going to add the foam as I keep going because I'm going to keep adding embellishments on top and they will need to be popped up also. So I kind of sort of left that in so you could see how, you could do that as you go along or you could do it all at once. So I decided to go ahead and just do it as I went along and added more items. And I added the flower in a little like coffee cup just because color wise it matched. And the coffee cup has pencils, so it's kind of a nod to the reason he got a phone. He was entering middle school, and that was the age that, I thought he was probably mature enough. He would be at practice and staying after school, so he might need a phone to call me, and that was the reason he got a phone. So we did have rules as far as the age and when you would get a cell phone, and middle school seemed to be the time then to get a cell phone. He was a little upset when his younger brother got a cell phone when he was 10, I believe. But that was COVID. That gave him a cell phone, and that's a whole nother story. But either way, both of my boys have been really good with the cell phones. It hasn't really been a problem per se. So either way, it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and add some of the enamel dot hearts that I have here from the Shot to Life kit. And I just wanted to kind of throw everything out the layout because I definitely feel like I need more when I'm creating with Paige Evans or Pinkfresh. Almost said those together. Uh, because they're very much on the light colors and the light backgrounds, either white or, sometimes colored. Most of these papers were colored, but there's a lot of patterns, and I don't know. I just have a love hate relationship, I think, with Paige Evans and Pink Fresh. But I really enjoyed doing this layout, and I'm glad to finally have it done and documented. And in his album, I do need to add the journaling down at the bottom. And hopefully, here very soon, I will have a few more layouts for you. I do have a twins layout that will be up tomorrow. I will see you then. Bye.